Happy November. Today is Tuesday, November 8th. It's voting day here in the U.S. for midterm elections, so get out and vote today. Exercise your right. My name is Mariah. On Instagram, I'm mrsbjjrodgers for my jiu-jitsu. Well, I just kind of post anything on there. And then my Ravelry is mrsknittyrodgers, and so that's what this video podcast is called. It's been, I think, 5 weeks since I last recorded an episode, and I have been a knitting fool. It's crazy. Remember last podcast I got really sick, and so I wasn't able to knit for a while, but I think I caught up. Yeah, which is awesome. I have been having a lot of fun with knitting. I got a lot of FOs, I've got a lot of whips, I got a lot of yarn to show. I haven't really been reading much. I have been watching a lot of TV, obviously. That's why I'm knitting so much. And so I've just got a lot to show. I just took a pumpkin pie out of the oven, so my house smells amazing right now. I found 2 pie crusts in the freezer, and so I unthawed them. Unthawed or thawed? You know what? My husband and I have a running argument on unthawed versus thawed. Anyways, I thawed them out. I think that's how you do it. And made one the other day. We've already eaten it in 3 days, and so I just made another one. And I found a super simple recipe, and it turned out great. My husband won't be home for Thanksgiving. He'll be on the slope at work, so I decided to make us some pumpkin pie so that he could have a little bit of the Thanksgiving right now. The holidays are coming up. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. I'm really excited for the holidays this year. Yeah, my son is 2, almost 2.5, so he's right at the perfect age just to have a lot of fun and just, for myself, just be a kid again. So I really love that. It's been a lot of fun. This summer we did a lot of stuff, and then he's starting to talk more. He goes to speech therapy right now, and so he's starting to talk more, which is great. It's been a lot of fun, hearing his words, hearing his little voice, and he's showing his attitude, of course, a little more, which is fine. I don't mind that. And then he's just so silly. He's so much fun. I love this age. I'm having a lot of fun. And then my husband's family is from England, so his grandma's not doing very well right now. So we are going to be going to England over New Year's to go visit her, have her meet our son. Just go visit the family, have fun in England for, I think, a week or 2. I can't remember exactly how long, but I told my husband last night that it would totally make my year and just be the icing on the cake if we could. We're going to be about 45 minutes outside of London. So if we could take the train into London and go visit a yarn shop, that would just be the highlight of my year for sure. And then as soon as we get back, I am going back to work. I used to work at an OBGYN office as a medical assistant, and I did that for 5 years. And then last year, my son got kicked out of daycare, my grandma died, there was just a whole bunch of things and then it was too much. And so my husband and I made the decision for me to stay home with my son, and I've been staying home with him for the past year, as well as watching my 2 nephews. One nephew's all week, and then the other nephew's every once in a while. So I'm making a little knitting money, which is great. Money for knitting, which is good. But I went to my own appointment at that same office Friday, and I ran into one of my favorite people of all time who's been trying to get pregnant forever, and she finally is. And so I miss it. I miss it a lot, and it's going to be great. We already found an in-home daycare. Just that day, everything just seemed to line up perfectly to where it was okay, the world is telling, the universe, God is telling us something, that I need to go to work. I need to go be my own person again for a little bit. So I'm very excited. The doctor that I worked with, I'm going to be working with him again, and he's one of my favorite people as well. He's like a family friend now, part of the family, so that'll be really fun. He called me yesterday after I went and met with a supervisor, and we talked, and we talked to bands and, whatever, and he called me and he was like, the band's getting back together! So that was really fun. Okay, let's start on to some knitting because I need to get through all of this. This is the notebook that I keep all my notes in from when I finish, what I whip, what I work on, and what comes in the mail. So I'm gonna just keep that there. I already did my show notes while I was waiting for the pumpkin pie to stop. So I've got everything kind of fresh in my brain, names, yarns, all that stuff. But I probably will have a brain fart because that's just who I am. So what I'm wearing right now, obviously just a t-shirt, and then I threw on my lightweight hipster shawl by Joji Locatelli. She is currently in the last month of her Joji Fall Knit Along, and this is one of the pieces that I did. It's a great piece. It's a one skein fingering weight project, size, I think she uses size 7, but I use size 6 needles, and I'm glad I did. I think she's a really loose knitter. I think. But I used Bella Filato Studio yarn, the SS Edmund Fitzgerald. So that's been done for a while now. I blocked it. It really grew, which was perfect because before I couldn't like really not tie it, but like wrap it around my neck, and now I can, and it's just perfect. And then I just go like this, and it's like a perfect circular cowl look almost, which I really love. So that's been really fun. That's good. Another shawl that I finished for the Joji Fall Knit Along is the Lone Skein shawl. This is also a one skein project that she came out with just right before the knit along started. I used the Fiber Fox yarn in oh, what do you call that? I just want to call it her twinkle sock. That's what she calls it, but it's got the little twinkles in it, the little gold specks. Oh God, I can't even. Anyways, in her rose gold colorway. Oh, I just love this. This one seems to be just a little bit shorter than this one. We'll see. I feel like. And then my garter tab cast on, I really need to work on that because it just kind of ended up being kind of, I don't know, like a so I don't know, maybe this is the same, but this one was a lot of fun. They're both very simple patterns, totally beginner friendly. Once you get bored with one section, it moves on to a different section, and it just keeps repeating until you're pretty much done with your yarn. So she does recommend a picot bind off. I do not like picot bind offs personally, so I just did a regular like stretchy bind off for it. So that is Lone Skein shawl. I'm just gonna keep wearing this. Okay, my next FO finished object is my Irma hat using Hue Loco yarn. This was a collection for the Hocus Pocus 2 movie. So both my best friend Melissa and I, we both ordered yarn and we watched the movie together the night it came out. Or it was the night or the night after. Anyways, and we both made a project using this. I think this was Sarah. This is the colorway Sarah. I really like how it went. I don't block hats personally. I just wear them and they seem to block to my head. So I think I'm gonna get like a silver faux fur pom-pom, and I think that'll look great. So that's the Irma hat using Hue Loco. Another hat that I finished was the Dock of the Bay hat by Knitterella, or Jill Zielinski is her name. She currently owns and started about a year ago oh God, I just want to call it the North Bay Fiber. And then she came out with a couple of different designs so far using her different yarns. This is using Madeline Tosh DK in the Kawaii colorway. I just need to attach a pom-pom to this. I made this for my friend for Christmas. So at first it was going to be for her birthday, and then I kind of waited around too long, and you know, it's way past her birthday now. So I finally finished it. It's a lot of fun. It's a very intuitive pattern. It comes in like 4 different sizes. It's a great pattern. I really recommend it. Dock of the Bay hat. DK weight. Another thing that I finished for the Joji Fall Knit Along is her Knit Free Cowl. So her Fall Knit Along is 3 months long. no, October, yeah, September, October, November. In September, she did a mini knit along for one skein projects in that month. And then October was you had to use this pattern and use yarn that was only in your stash. And it was a knit free cowl. So this is going to be free for anybody. It's a lace weight pattern. It's a nice big cowl. It's like a worsted or Aran weight is what it ends up coming out, but you end up, she does like a little fade. She has one main skein of like fingering, and then she used like 7 or 8 different DK skeins held together with the fingering skein. I just did 1 DK and 1 fingering weight together. I used Sorella is the variegated yarn Under the Sea. I've been trying to figure out what the heck to use this yarn with. Personally, for me, it didn't come out the way that the picture looked. The skein just didn't look like her picture. So I wasn't, it's not like I wasn't happy. I still like it, but I was just kind of like disappointed a little bit. So I didn't really want to use it for a top. So I found the perfect white yarn in my stash that's like alpaca or something to blend with it. So it's a very fun pattern. It's like size 8 needles. It's super fun. It took me 2 nights. So, and it's just lace weight. It's fair, or not lace weight, but a lace pattern. So October was the knit free, and then November is the scrappy, I think it's scrappy month or something like that. Anyways, in addition to all the other things that you sign up for, right? So my scrappy one is in my whip pile. I'll show it to you later. But this is the knit free cowl. I recommend it. It was fun. Another knit along that I ended up going for was a week-long knit along called the Saki Seconds Challenge, I guess. And then, so it was a week long, and then they ended up extending it over another weekend. So I ended up getting 3 socks done. I had all of these done. That I whipped them out. It was really fun. And now I've been wearing them. So I'll tell you my challenge about wearing these knitted socks. And I want to see if anybody has any recommendations of what I should do. So the first pair I ended up finishing was these ones. So these are my Gentle Drizzle socks. This is Fiber Fox yarn in the colorway Circe. So it's like a little cable, and then it's a rib within it's a cable within the rib, I should say. And it just is a really nice sock. It's got a nice, what do you call this? Heel. I don't remember. It's got a good heel. It was a very fun pattern, very intuitive. You can totally do this without a cable needle, these cables. It was very easy. And so I finished those first. And then next I finished, I think these ones. If I remember right. No, I finished the second ones first because I didn't know about the weekend extension. So I did a fingering weight and a DK weight. I knew these were going to take no time at all. So these are just a pattern that I did myself. These are self-striping socks by Freckled Whimsy. It was one of the mystery club of this year that I got. And I started at the first one at a time when my friend's baby died, and I was just like really down in the dumps. And I just needed something kind of bright in my life. So I started one and I did it. And then I did the other one. So this is a DK weight. This is kind of based on the Cold Brew Socks pattern by Lofty Loops. But I don't know. I didn't buy the pattern, and I didn't really follow or ask anybody what the pattern was. So I kind of just did my own thing of slip one, knit one, every color change. And I just made little shorties. And then the weekend extension, I was like, okay, I'm really gonna finish these. These were my first ever socks that one sock that I did. These are the Drk Everyday socks. I started these, I think, when the pattern first came out. This is a Madeline Tosh skein that I got at my local yarn store, Far North Yarn. And it's kind of like a gold with different speckles. So obviously I've been wearing them because usually when you first knit ribbing, it's like this, right? And then you just kind of stretch it out or block it out. So my trouble is that I think I'm either knitting, my foot is obviously smaller than what I think it is. Especially with my recent weight loss, I think my feet really shrunk a bunch. So every time I've been wearing all 3 of these, and every time I put them in my boot, they end up like circling around my foot. So it starts this and then it ends up like this. So I think during my England trip on the plane, I'm going to be experimenting with different like stitch counts, or maybe I should go down to a size 0 needle, which is like knitting with toothpicks. I'd knit with a size 1 already. Or if I should just go down and to a 56 or a 60 stitch instead of 64 stitch. I don't know. And then with these ones are the same, but I think I'll just go down to a size 3 instead of a size 4 for those. So what do you guys think? Do any of you guys have any experience with messing with your sock counts? I don't know. I need some help on that. I'm not a very good sock knitter. I'm a pretty good sweater knitter because that's what I really love to do, but not so much socks. I have 2 more first socks that I need second ones, and then I want to start making some for my son, which I found a pattern for that was really easy. I ended up making little baby socks for my friend's baby, my best friend's baby basically, who's due in May, so that's fun. Yeah, let me know in the comments. I really want to know, or message me on Instagram. So one of the sweaters that I finished, I started this back in January. This is the Anchor Summer Sweater. This is a DK weight pattern. And it's short sleeved. I used Woolberry Fiber Co. Merino, Berry DK. It's 100% merino, and the leather bound is what the colorway is. I really love it. It is probably a little darker in the body than the top. I did not switch skeins whatsoever. I didn't rotate skeins, whatever you want to call it. But it fits so well. I really love it. I really love this pattern. I would make this again, 100%. It was very fast. All I needed to do recently was sleeves, and the sleeves was like 15 rows each. So I was like, girl, just get it done. I really would like to finish all my whips this year. It's not going to happen this year, but soon. Most of my whips are just sleeves or like a thumb of a mitten, or something like that. At the beginning of October, I think it was, I counted how many whips I had, and it was like 52 or something like that. So I just started picking out the easiest ones that would finish, and I finished 2 like that night. And so I don't know what number I'm down to, because I have been casting on new things for like Christmas presents and stuff, and the fall knit along and different knit alongs and things. But this whip pile was like 8 or something like that, and so that was a lot of whips that was just done. Yeah, there's just a lot of sleeves. Sleeve knitting is in my future for this month, I think, after I'm done with a couple other things. Okay, and then I just very recently finished this last night. So I tested this pattern for Anne Michelle Phelan is her name. This is the Sitka Sweater. All that was needed was the yoke in one sleeve, and so I finished the body real fast, and then I had to finish some other things, so I only had one sleeve left. So I finished the sleeve. This is the Sitka Sweater. It is out. It's a fingering weight pattern, color work, circular color work, yoke knit. I almost said noke. Anyways, it's so much fun. This color work was so much fun, so addicting. My contrast color is Farmer's Daughter's fiber that I got off a D-stash. And then my main color is the Fiber Fox from her Witcher collection. This one is Child of Destiny, and I use the Plumpy, which is her Cashmere fingering base. So obviously I still need to weave in my ends and block. I'm really excited to block it. My birthday is on Friday, so I'm hoping to wear this for my birthday. I'm really excited. I'm going to have a very fun-filled day planned, so that'll be good. And so, yeah, this is Sitka. I'm gonna block it right after this, after I weave my ends, and I'm gonna block. I don't have too many ends, so, and then I just got sew some holes in my armpits there. So that'll be worn very, very soon. Okay, let's go on to whips real fast. I have probably just as many whips as I do FOs, but still. Okay, so one of my whips that I worked on was my Gnomes. This is going to be for my uncle for Christmas. This one was the mystery knit along gnome from last Christmas, that I just need to do some I-cord arms and sew them up. And that's what this one needs to do. I think this one needs some hair, a nose, and I-cord arms. So I'm very close to that. I did the backpack. This is going to be for my uncle for Christmas. So this is, one of them is all work gnome play, and the other one is, I will have it in the description for sure, under my show notes. I don't remember. It's the same designer, just two different gnome patterns. I think it's really fun. I love doing little characters like this. So this one, I put rice in a baggie on the bottom to like kind of sit him up. But obviously, as you can see, I need to work on it. And then this one, I didn't do anything at the bottom. So I'm thinking about hot gluing some dots and seeing if that will help stand him up. Because obviously he's not going to stand up, but he is so cute. And literally you just use either mini skeins or scraps, like mini skeins. It doesn't take much at all. So those are those two whips. My next whip that I finished the body on is my son's Monday Junior sweater by Petite Knit. This is in Lobby NME DK weight yarn. Oh, that's such a good color, accurate color for it. So I just need to do his sleeves, but I finished the body at least. I tried just the body on him, you know, without the sleeves, and it was so cute. I made it a little like the 3 to 4 year size, I think, so it's a bit oversized, but it's just adorable, and he loved wearing it. It was so cute. I think it's very comfy on him. So I don't know if I'm gonna block it yet. Maybe like I'll have him wear it for a little bit while, you know, he's still 2 and still kind of oversized, and then I'll block it, and then by the time he's 3, 4, it'll grow to where it needs to be. So I only bought 2 skeins because, you know, her DK, merino DK skeins are a bit bigger, Lobby Enemies, but I have this much left. I think it's over 50 grams, so I'm pretty sure I'll be able to finish the sleeves with that. So that has been fun. My next one, part of my whip pile was these 2 bonnets. So this is the Anchors bonnet by Petite Knit. As you can tell, I really like Petite Knit's patterns. Yeah, I just do. I think they're very intuitive and very fun. So Anchors bonnet, and then this is her Karen's bonnet. This was some random cashmere red yarn that I had in my stash. It didn't have a label, so I cannot tell you what it is. I know I got it from my local yarn store forever ago, like 2018 or 2019. So this is Karen's bonnet. I just need to do the I-cord ties for each of these, so that's why they're hiding on their things, so I don't lose that. But those 2 are really fun. I would say that I would give it to my friend's new baby, but my friend's new baby is a boy, and she's not very into things that are not boyish. I mean, obviously this is for a boy. It's blue, right? And red could totally do it too, but I'm not even going to go there. I will find another baby. You know what? Going back to work on an OBGYN office, I will just give it to one of those babies. Okay, another hat that I've been working on is my Musselburgh hat. Musselburgh. I hope I said that right. I'm sorry if I don't. Okay. I got this yarn is the Fiber Fox. This year she is doing the mystery club of different Disney princesses based on these prints that she found, an artist prints. And so I've been trying a different base every month. I've been trying to try a different base every month, and this one is Sleeping Beauty. This is her merino singles, and this is her Surrey. I think she calls it like Surrey fluff or something. So I'm holding them together, and it's making this fabric, which I think is absolutely beautiful. And you know what? That's actually pretty accurate for the coloring. It is so beautiful, and it's so soft with that suri. So, I think I only have about an inch left of knitting. I am going 15 inches instead of the recommended like 18 inches from crown to when you decrease. And then obviously this is going to be the inside. I decided to cast on with just the singles and then add the fluff like a row or two later. But so this is going to be the inside. Yeah, that'll be good. I used a crochet pinhole cast on. It's super easy. So easy. I really recommend it. It was very easy. And that is recommended by Nitty Natty, who I've been watching her podcast lately. So, this ended up to like a DK gauge, and so I'm using US 4 needles, and I've already picked out the yarn for my next muscle burrow because it's basically like a one skein project. So, and it's really nice. I keep this in the car and I bring it in to wherever I'm at when I drop my son off to speech, or if I'm at the playhouse and I just take the boys there, whatever. And then I'm keeping it in my North Bay fiber project bag that I got, and I will talk about the yarn that I got a little bit later with this too. I almost got the t-shirt too, and I was like, nah, I'll just do project bags. Especially now I'll be wearing scrubs again all the time. I'm like, nah, I don't need another t-shirt. It's very cute. The design is very, very cute. Jill is probably one of my favorite knitters out there. I don't know. I just really like her. Okay, a Christmas present that I've been working on is for my son. I started this pretty soon after it came out. This is the Fossil Frenzy Junior Tee. So I am done with the ribbing. I think I just need to bind off at this point. I'm pretty sure I just need to bind off because it's long enough. So it's a Fossil Frenzy Junior Tee. She also has a Fossil Frenzy tee for adults, so you can match your child, which is awesome. And then she's coming out with a cowl. I think it came out yesterday. And then she has like a expanded chart or something. I won't lie, this chart was very hard to read. It was very tiny. Obviously, it's fingering weight. It's very detailed, as you can see the chart. And then the T-Rex kind of wraps around to the back, and it's just got a whole bunch of really cool dinosaur on it. The chart was so hard to read. There's a different chart for each size, so obviously she's trying to keep the chart in one page, but with just all the detail, and I thankfully only had to undo 2 rows, I think, which I was like, oh, I will take that, right? So, and then the sleeves, I need to either go by, so it's a US 2 that I'm using for the body, and then I don't think I have that to be able to do magic loop for the sleeves. So they're short sleeves, which will be good. It'll be easy, which is good because I only have this much of the main color. And then this was the contrast color. This is Yarnaceous Fibers. She was doing a lot of kits for the release of these 2 patterns. And I think she still has a lot in stock. So yeah, I really like how it turned out. I thought that the variegated was gonna kind of lose all the detailing. It would have if I hadn't changed the main color and the contrast color, but the way that it turned out with all the detailing was perfect. I really love how this turned out. I think it's so cute. I will not be making myself the same size, a matching one anytime soon. I just won't. Someday, probably, but with how tight a gauge and how tiny the colorwork chart was, I'm not going to do it. And that's okay. I think it's super cute, and I am so happy for the people who are going to do it, but it's not for me, and that's okay. Okay, next is my Scrappy Cowl for the Hohi Fall Knit Along. This is the Blurry Cowl is what it's called. This was in one of her interpretations books for Hohi. So it's kind of like a chevron detailing, there's pearl chevron, and then there's knit chevron, and then it goes into stripes, and then it goes into a lace detail at the bottom. And you do all this flat, and then you join in the round for this, and then I think the last part is also flat, but I'm not in that yet. I'm using all of my Woolberry scraps that I have. Obviously, you can tell that this is the same here. And so I'm doing a lot of scraps because the knit along for November is Scrappy. So, and then I think I'm going to be doing a hat, one of her hats, Scrappy too. I have a lot of scraps that I just went through and wound them all up and organized them. So, yeah, this is a really easy pattern. I did probably this in 2 nights so far. So, 1 more night, 2 more nights, and I think I'll be done. The next thing I've been working on is my Skellig sweater. This is all I have of my spin cycle. I have a whole nother one of this color too, but that was all I had left for my color work for the spin cycle. And then I'm also using Magpie. Magpie dyed in the skein and then dyed in the wool. So they're both sport weight. Yeah, this is Wallflower and this is Fior di Latte. Sorry if I say that wrong, but you can get the Magpie on the Spin Cycle website. I'm not sure if you can get it with Magpie, but anyways, this is my first Magpie that I've ever worked with. I have done a lot of Spin Cycle and I really love it. I have more that I want to do, but I had 2 skeins and now I have like 3 grams of that and then a whole skein for something else. I really want to do colorwork mittens with Spin Cycle. Really, really, really. Okay, so this is the Skellig by Jennifer Steingass. I am obsessed with how this came out. Obsessed. I'm having so much fun with this. Okay. So much fun. So all I have to do is the body, and then I'm going to do short sleeves. I only have 1 skein plus, I think I just started this skein, so hopefully I'll have enough. I'm just thinking in my head. Once I'm done with this skein, I will wind this up, do the sleeves real quick, and then finish it. That's what I've had to do with a couple in the past, and it worked out just fine. So I think it'll work out too. But here's one more view for it. I absolutely love it. It's going to need a good blocking, which is okay. I think it's going to be a little bit oversized too, which I'm excited about. But I tried it on and it fits great. Oh, obsessed. You know how this would be if Spin Cycle did like a Christmassy color? I'm going to email them and tell them, please do like a Christmassy skein colorway. That'd be really cool. Oh, okay. That'd be really cool. And then like a, I don't know, like a black or maybe white again. I don't know. That would be so cool. Okay. Once all my sleeves are done, I'll be working on that. I'm still trying to decide what I'm bringing to England with us, especially for the plane, which is 9.5 hours. Okay, 3 more whips. Okay, so my other thing that I've been working on is my Lento sweater. This is this is Woolberry Fiber Co. This is her berry merino and Surrey held together in the colorway. Oh, I gotta look it up. I'm sorry. In the colorway Mulberry. I am going to make it long sleeve. I have plenty of skeins for that, but I'm, like a couple inches down the body. It says to do, I think, 8 inches for the body. I think I'm going to do 10, but it's very lightweight. Like this is so light and I love it. It's in the, like a 16 stitch gauge. So I'm using US 10.5 needles, I think, which is flying by, even though it doesn't feel like it, but I know once I like really concentrate on it, it'll be fine. So, yeah, that has been really fun. I'm usually not a purpley person, but I think this will be okay. It's like maroon enough, kind of, more than purple. So I think it'll be okay. My next thing that I started, I also keep in the car, is Hermione Socks. Okay, so this yarn is Squiggle Yarn Co. I got quite a few skeins a few years ago. Squiggle Yarn Co. I think she's based in Australia. I won't lie, I did include it in my show notes, but I don't think I haven't seen anything new on her Instagram since last Christmas, and there is nothing in stock in her shop. But I am doing the Hermione Socks. It's just a detailed pattern. It's not a ripping pattern, so I'm still using US ones. It's got a little bit of texture pearls, you know, just every couple of rows. It's a textured pattern that'll keep me, but I'm gonna see how these go and then change it. And my husband just walked in. Next thing I'm doing, last whip. It's my throw over sweater. I mean, I'm making it short sleeve, so I'm almost done with that. It's a spin cycle, and this is something else. It will be linked below, but I got it locally, this one locally, and it's very soft. Will you shut the doors, please? They're making me self-conscious.
What are you doing?
You know, podcasting. Thanks, baby. Mm-hmm. That's the first time I've done it with him in the house, so I feel kind of self-conscious, but whatever. Okay. Another whip that I'm eventually going to have is the Cargill Cowl. I cast on, but I think this is a bit too long, so I need to find different needles. But I'm using Mulberry Fiberco again. I'm using a gray and her Surrey that I got. So I think that'll look good together. The gray should tone this down like a lot. But it'll be fun. I'm excited to try. And then basically I'm kind of practicing her motif for her sweater. Eventually I will do the sweater. Might be in 2 years. In my queue, I have planned out 45 different sweaters. So that's 2023 and probably most of 2024 as well. So that's what I'll be doing. Especially with going back to work, I have enough yarn. I have a great stash. I already signed up for La Mercerie's Year of Sock Club, so I will at least get that. And then I'm really wanting to focus on the ones that I love the most. Woolberry, Explorer Fiber Knits, you know, those people I want to really support. Obviously, I want to support as many yarn dyers, pattern designers as I can, but I am just one person and I won't be able to. And I have a great stash, and I'm going to be knitting it down in 2023 with my 44 sweaters. And then I have 44 more sweater quantities to go. You know, that's just me. So, yeah. So I am going to be going through my bucket of yarn that I got. I have been shopping a lot of D-stashes of people, and I got a lot of Explorer Fiber Knits that way, which I'm really excited about. I have now 43 skeins of Explorer Fiber Knits that I need to knit up, and that's basically half of my sweaters for next year. I'm really excited. So I'm going to put those aside because I want to talk about them, but in a different capacity. Okay, so one of the things I got was Skellig on Cashmere. So I already have Skellig on Rocky's DK, and now I have it on Cashmere sock. Her Cashmere sock is 435 yards per skein. So I have 2 skeins. That is enough to do a sweater for me, like a tee. And I might stripe it with something or do some color work, and that usually stretches the 2 skeins farther for me. So I wanted to show you, this is one I already have, and this is what I just got. And I wanted to show you, they're the same colorway, just different bases, and I really love how different they do look on each base. The DK took the color darker, I seem than this. This is kind of more gray, which is really fun. So even though I have the same color, because I got it on the same base, I'm basically going to have 2 different sweaters, which is awesome. I mean, obviously they would have been 2 different sweaters anyways, because I would have knit something different. But they won't look like they came from the same dyer or the same colorway. So that's cool. So that's something I have. I'm just gonna load it up over there. Another thing I got off of D-Stash is Explore Fiber Knits in Woodruff from her Ireland collection. It's kind of like so I compared it to Woolly, which is like her neutral tannish, creamish one. So Woolly, Woodruff is purpler. It is more purple, like lavender, but it's still like a really good neutral color. So I got this on Cashmere sock from the D-Stash. Got 2 skeins of it, Woodruff. And I'm excited. I think I'm going to do something color work with it. I don't think this is in my queue yet to knit up for my sweater. So I've got a while to think about it and find the perfect pattern for it. But I'm really excited about all the colors that I got. And I love my stash so much. One of these I got off of D-Stash, and the other I got off of her Explore Fiber Knits like big in-stock sale that she had extras of. So this is Glacial Melt on 2 different bases. I think I got Glacial Melt. This is the Cashmere sock. I think I got this one on her in-stock, and the Denali sock was a D-Stash. But again, they look separate, which is awesome. I think I'm going to do this one as my next Musselburgh hat. I only have 1 skein of each. I don't remember what exactly is in my queue, so maybe this will be a color work option as well. So I got that. The next thing I got from a D-Stash was Docile, Untamed and Lone Wolf. They are all on Denali sock, so I'm going to do a color work pattern with them together. Lone Wolf, which is really cool, and Untamed, which is the pink. I do already have this in my, I think it's going to be one of Jennifer Steingass's patterns. So that'll be a nice tea. That'll be really pretty. Another I got off of D-Stash was Docile, which is this lovely green. This is on Rocky's DK. So there's 3 skeins of that. I'm going to have to do either a stripe with something. I think I'll stripe this with something. But this is Docile. I think this is when I first found her. This is before I found her. So I'm excited to get some old colors. And then she's got a nice winter market coming up. So hopefully I'll be able to snag some other colors that I didn't know her before too. I know that didn't make any sense, but my brain is kind of going to mush now. Anyways, so this is Docile. It's a beautiful green. My favorite color is green, so I'm really excited to have more green. My last Explore Fiber Knits I just got, second to last. Anyways, I just got in her, fall tonal collection, I guess. And this is Balsamico. I only got one of these because I'm not usually a purple person, but this is such a deep purple. I think it will go great for either some sort of small knit or color work. I love color work. I don't know if anybody has noticed yet, but color work is my jam. So there we go. Okay, other thing, I already had 1 skein of To the Stars Who Listen from when I first found Explore Fiber Knits, so I decided to get 2 more. And you know what? They match pretty dang well. So this is going to be my birthday cast on Friday. I'm going to make the Sunday tea with To the Stars Who Listen. I wanted to make it with my Red Door skeins that I'll show you in just a second, but I didn't have enough. I didn't look closely. I just was like, oh yeah, that'll work, sure. And so I'm going to be using this, and they match. I will not be, I don't even remember which one was the first one, to be honest. So I'm not going to switch skeins or anything. I'm really excited about that. And then I made myself a bag. I still got to put the drawstring in. And then I have my birthday Twix ready to go. I'm really excited for my birthday. First, I'm going to go with my best friend that I sew with, to brunch and then the quilt store. And then I'm going to drop her off at her house. And then I'm going to meet my knitting best friend, Melissa, at the yarn store. And we're going to have coffee and knit for a couple hours. And then after that, I'll probably hang out with my husband and my son just a little bit. And then after that, I'm going out to dinner for Mexican food and margaritas. I've been really wanting a margarita for my birthday with my jiu-jitsu friends. There's going to be like a dozen of us going. So I am really excited. I don't usually do like parties or big things or, you know, get together with a bunch of girls. So I'm really excited to be doing that. Next, I got my Treehouse Knits Stranger Things order. That's pretty darn accurate in color. This is I piggybacked from a pizza dough freezer on Sequoia sock. I only got 2 of them. I am trying to think if I'm going to get a third one from her Stranger Things second round that's coming up at the end of this month, or if I'm just going to go with it. This is only 400 yards. I could make a tee. I have made a tee out of just 800 yards, but I think I will get a second one. Just give myself some more options. Or I might get a different color from her Stranger Things and stripe it. I think I'm going to stripe it with something. Maybe she has more of a tonalish color. Something dark that will go with this. But her picture for this was like electrifying. It was like it glowed. The yarn glowed from the picture, and I was like, I have to have that, and I am so happy with it. Obviously, it's not as glowy in real life, but it's so pretty. So pretty. Okay, next thing I got was my Red Door fiber from her Book Tropes collab with Coast to Coast yarn. Yes, and I'm still waiting on my Coast to Coast yarn, but she's got a long pre-order time, so I am okay with waiting. I have sweaters to knit in the meantime anyway, so this is Found Family. I got 2 on the classic sock base. I was going to do my Sunday tee, but I need one more skein. It's at least 1,000 yards for that tee, so I will just find something else for this, and that's okay. I don't know where she gets her base yarn from, but this classic sock feels like cashmere. It feels better than cashmere. It is only 75-25 superwash merino nylon, but it feels better than cashmere. It's amazing. I don't know what she does, but I want a t-shirt. You know what? I think I'm gonna make a shawl out of this. Light bulb. I have this shawl called the Iaia shawl. It's AIAIA that I've been wanting to make for a long time. And I'm going to do that because that is so dang soft. Why not? Okay, I got a mystery yarn from Mulberry Fiber Co. She was destashing her own stash and she was doing mystery packets. And I got 2 berry caramel in the colorway Pink Canyon. So I'm really excited about that. I'm going to make the Spruce Tea by Alicia Plummer in it. I've never worked with caramel before, so I'm very excited to see how it feels once it's blocked. It's a little bit rustic, but not like hay. It doesn't have any hay feeling in it. So I'm excited. That'll be good. Okay, next. So last year, Lay Family Yarn, they're based in the UK. Last year, they did a monthly rainbow club, and I didn't find them until like March or April. And so I missed the first 2 months, January and February. So at the end of the year, she was able to open up like pre-orders for the months you missed. So I was able to snatch February, but I wasn't able to snatch January. So this year she's kind of bringing it back and also doing a little remix, I guess, of some of the colors. So I got January. I want to make either a granny square blanket or just some sort of crochet blanket. I really want to make a rainbow crochet blanket. Yeah, so that's that. I got the February and now I'm all caught up. I think I elected not to get November and December last year because it was just like grays, kind of like neutrally things that you could put in between the squares or something. So I have now January through October and I'm really excited about that. Next, I got my Mystery Yarn Club from the Yarn Addict Co. I think this was November, October, September's. This is Fungi Filigree. I've been getting her free range fingering, which is 100% non-superwash merino every month. And I'm going to make socks. I'm going to see if non-superwash socks will not stretch out as much as superwash socks. And see if that helps. So that's one of the things for my socks. I'm going to go down in needle size and or change my stitch count, and then also change from superwash to non-superwash and see if that helps. See what it is. So Fungi Filigree was that one. I just ordered November's, so she has November's left. I think it's already closed, and then she has December's left. So yeah, and I have like 4 months. I got 4 months worth so far. I got my Guy Fieri pre-order from Coast to Coast Yarn Company. I got Lights Out, 1 skein of Lights Out and 1 skein of Put That on a Flip Flop. This is so black. It's so cool. So cool. I'm so happy that she did like an all black. But I want to make the outfoxed mitts. They are fingerless mitts, but I think I'm going to hack it to cover my fingers because I don't like my fingers being cold. And in Alaska, your fingers get cold very easy. Anyways, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm sure I'm going to have leftovers. So I will figure out something else to do with that. But the outfoxed mitts. I might do the, is it Into the Wilderness sweater that has little colorwork foxes on it? I might use the rest of that for that sweater too. But I think that's DK, so I might have to hold it. Anyways, I will figure it out as I go, right? Okay, one other thing I got was the Winnie Jo Fiber Co. She had her 1 year in business celebration. So she had this certain specific colorway made. It's called First Birthday Sock Set. Okay, First Birthday is what it was called. So I got the sock set and it came with stitch markers. I think it was like a kit together that I bought. So I will be making something with this. I love how bright. I just can't even with how bright. And then it's like little cake slice and little beads things. And those, yeah, anyways. So I got those together. And she had all sorts of bases that you could choose from, but that's what I chose. I got my Hello Lavender stitch markers. This was part of Woolberry's garden walk collection. I chose not to get any of the yarn, but I ended up getting a stitch marker set. I think this is Above the Storm or something like that. I don't think this is labeled. Anyways, so I got this little, oh, that's much better, huh? Yeah, it's like got little gold in it and then just like pearlescent little parts. Oh, I love these so much. I kept them together so I could show, but I am going to be using it immediately now. I'm very excited about this. I am so blown away by the artistic ability of Reshma of Hello Lavender. She is amazing. It blows my mind. Like, yes, I knit and I craft, I sew, I do the Cricut, and I do think that as an art, but like, it's like making something out of clay is just amazing. Amazing. Okay, so remember that North Bay fiber yarn bag I got earlier? Well, I got a sweater's quantity of her new base called Elemental Worsted. It is made out of non-superwash. Oh, well, what's the blend? I can't even remember now. You can look it up, but this is the colorway Hubbard. I got 6 skeins. I'm not showing you all because I can't hold them all in this green color. I think this was her specific fall color. And I'm going to be making the 1908 sweater by Thea. Oh, what's Thea's last name? I don't remember. So, this is really soft. It's non-superwash, but it is so soft. It's worsted spun, it says. 21 micron. 205 yards. So she now has this base in worsted, sport, and fingering. And then she also came out with her heritage yarn again, which is a DK weight, but a different sheep blend. Oh, I think this is Cormo. I don't even remember. I think it's Gormo though, but this sweater, it's a cabled sweater. It's like a tee, and so it's a ways off. I'm not even worried about it. I went to Joann's one day to go pick up some fabric with my son, and him and I together picked out this basic stitch tweed that I'm gonna make him a little sweater out of. It's really soft, and it's acrylic, I think, like 100% acrylic. No, 97% acrylic, 3% viscose, which I think the viscose is the tweedy bits. But I'm going to be making him a sweater out of that. And then my last thing is Woolly Mammoth Fiber, I guess is what she's calling herself. Sorry, Woolly Mammoth Fiber Co. She had her Causeway Yarn. It's limited edition. She even got these really pretty tags. Causeway Yarn, which is, I think, a fingering weight. It's 350 meters per 100 grams, 75% Teeswater, 25% Oxford down. Dyed in the UK, source spun and made in the UK. And so I got it in 3 different colorways. I want to make myself a colorway cowl. And I think I might be basically designing the color work that I want, but this is too scratchy for me. I can't even say what I want. Anyways, I am so blessed to find like a different source of sheep and to like kind of collect it kind of, but it is too scratchy for me. I am not a rustic person, but you know what? It's not terrible. Anyways, so what I'm going to be doing is doing the colorwork cowl single-sided, and then I'm going to do, I think, just 100% merino lining, just a regular lining inside so that I can actually wear it. And then if I have enough, I'll make some matching mitts too. So I'm really excited about that. Woolly Mammoth, she specializes in our Irish sheep yarns, basically. So she has all sorts of different kinds. And she said she gets this kind once a year, and she naturally dyes it as well. I think these two are dyed with indigo, and this is the undyed colorway. She does not, I don't think she has any more of this, but she does have an update coming of something different. So I feel blessed to be able to kind of collect different sheep, basically. That's it. I'm going to say bye-bye because I want to go eat some pumpkin pie. Let me know if you have any questions on anything, and also let me know your thoughts about my sock situation. But otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye.